Hello guys, sorry about that. Welcome to tonight's broadcast at Rockingham. They are underway right now. YouTube unfortunately is not playing nice with us tonight. So we just missed one lap. Do apologize for that. But I'm Josh Sobel. Tim Hammond's with me here tonight. We are at Rockingham Speedway for tonight's race. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it here.
And tonight we are at Rockingham. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, our series is brought to you by Simbox Racing PC on Facebook and Cantrella's Market in Tennessee. It's the huge shakeup in points tonight, and we'll talk about that probably on our first caution. But right now, your leader, number 12, John, I'm going to mess this name up. I'm going to have to see it.
Yeah, Cannizzaro.
Cannizzaro. Yeah. I'm really bad with names, guys.
Looks like we have JT Poole second, Nathan Marwer in third, Colin Ulrey fourth, Christopher Darling in the 21 fifth, Ben Adams sixth, Stan Halsman seventh, Jeff Price eighth, Ben Mashburn ninth, and Trevor Shaw 10th right now.
Now they are going to be going around this track pretty fast because we're already 5 laps in, doing 125 laps tonight. And I want to say, I'm trying to think of what number race this is.
This is race number 5, 4 out of 9, 4 out of 9, I do believe.
Right, this is race number 5.
Yep.
After tonight. So tonight we are at Rockingham, an old track that NASCAR used to visit a lot. One of my favorite pastime tracks. I remember watching a lot of races this track at the last race in 2004, where Casey Kane pulled off a win. A historic track. It's tried to come back a couple of times with the truck series and whatnot, but iRacing brings it to us in full effect, and the racing is going to be just as good, if not better, here tonight. You're going to see a lot of different guys use different lines here. You can run that high line, the low line, and some guys will even try to run that middle line, which looks like my brain just stopped working. Colin Ulrey in the 62, you can see him taking that mid line through 1 and 2, drifts up into that high line. Not sure if he actually wanted to do that, but that will give him a
took
great
that
run.
Spot away really quick, going up there.
It's still very early in this race. You know, this race, this is one of those races that kind of can get spread out, but you are going to have to manage your tires at this track because they are going to get eaten up.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing that I was hearing in the Discord before the race was starting. As we see Ben Mashburn and Matt Vanderkoe in the 60 fight it out right now. Tires, the right front especially, is going to wear down pretty quick. Turns 1 and 2 are the hardest 2 turns at this track compared to 3 and 4. But the cool thing, like Tim was saying before, is that there's multiple grooves that you can definitely take advantage of. The high groove is almost as fast as the low groove if you time it correctly, and you can see now Ben Mashburn is running that high line. But it looks like Matt Vander is going to get him on the outside there going into turn 3. That's a nice looking car too. I thought that was Bill Edwards for a second because his car's also a little gold chrome.
And also tonight what we're going to see in this race is those guys taking that high line are going to save their tires more than those guys riding that low line, because that low line is going to tear those babies apart. And we could see a tire blow here tonight, because I fully believe this is a track where guys can get spread out and the race can go green for a very long time. As we hear, we're going to ride on board with Trevor Shaw
trying to bring it in there. It went in a little too deep, and you can see it sliding up the track there. As we take a trip around here, turns 3 and 4, looking at that low line. Looks like he's actually shifting in this car, which is going to give him the advantage coming off of 4 here. Get him right behind Bill Edwards at number 50. The battle is for 10th spot right now, or 9th spot right now.
You know, a lot of guys have been shifting in these cars and finding those advantages in these corners coming off. Whoa, look at him get sideways there. And it's working out so well. It's something I never thought that I would end up doing. And you can see he's just gaining so much on Bill Edwards coming off of that corner. Look, just shoots right on by. It's a fantastic pass right there for 10th place. Bill Edwards tries to come back here, coming off the corner. He gains on him a little bit, but I think through 3 and 4, he's just going to take off right here. You can see, yeah, right there, right in the center of the corner, he just drives away.
And that's another thing you're going to see too when we go into turns 1 and 2 here. You're going to see these cars bottom out quite a bit. You'll see sparks all night long at this track. Oh, sorry, I thought that was a different turn. I meant 3 and 4, my bad. You'll see these cars bottom out as we go around the turn here. We'll look at the 27 of Trevor Shaw.
Oh,
nice and loose.
Edwards got a great run there, but he let up because, you know, he didn't want to get into the back of him. And we're already on lap 16 of 125.
Like we might have a battle for the lead here. We do. Nathan Maurer in the 01 battling JT Poole in the 9 car. He's going to be down low and take that spot away. Right now, the guys are going to be trying their best to maintain tires, and we could potentially see some green flag pit stops at this track. So far, 17 laps in, the guys are doing a great job of keeping it cool and staying out of trouble for right now.
But as we wear these tires down, it's going to get loose and tight, just depending on, you know, how you drive your car and your wheel setup and everything like that takes into account of what's going to happen. But so far, the guys are doing great.
Saw Justin White off screen there just get a huge run passing Michael Mooney in the 88. Now he's going to work his way on Jeff White in that 86, battling for 13th spot. And then number 2 Cornflakes machine. Bringing it around here to the back stretch, Thunder Alley. It's a nice name for a track, actually. Old nickname. I don't know much about Rockingham, to be completely honest with you. So the first time I saw it was yesterday. I haven't gotten a chance to run it. But from the little bit of the racing that I saw yesterday in one of my other buddies' leagues, it looked intense.
Yeah, I imagine these cars, you're going to be up on that wheel, just battling the wheel the whole time. But this is a great race so far. See,
they're pretty much
catching. I need to write down a list of these names because I'm going to be doing this all night.
Races 62. Yep. Yeah, it looks like. I mean, there's a pretty decent gap. I mean, we're looking at 19 cars so far on the lead lap. Ryan Gaivo in the 17 is the last car on the lead lap, and he is a whole 18 seconds away from the leader. So he's going to be seeing the leaders coming by here pretty soon, and is going to be fighting to get that position back. So yeah, I mean, this is what, a 1.5 mile long track? Correct me if I'm wrong. Or is
I
it a mile track?
believe it's a little smaller. I'm going to take a look.
Christopher Darlin doing a great job in the 21, keeping it up there in 3rd place, 2 seconds off the leader right now, which is going to be Jan Canzaro. I always mess that name up, but Nathan Maurer in the 01 is going to be battling here for the lead. Right on board with him.
It's actually 1.017.
Oh, okay,
miles.
So a mile long, basically.
Yeah, it's surfaced asphalt with concrete in the turn. So 2
Oh,
racing surfaces here.
You see he's right up on the back end of John Canzaro. Going into turns 3 and 4, both using that low line there. These cars, the bounciness almost reminds me of Legacy Daytona a little bit. Just not as intense. Got a little loose there coming across the tri-oval, but Nathan's going to get it done here in turn 1.
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
yeah, take that spot away. We're going to see a crossover here going into 3 and 4.
And Nathan to the lead. Previous winner at... I'm trying to remember where he won.
Which one, John?
No.
Nathan won at,
Nathan.
Was it Charlotte?
No, that was Matt Cherry.
Dover.
That's right. Dover.
We'll let that battle continue as we look through the field. Who else we got here? Looks like we got Justin B. White and Jeff Wyatt going at it. Caution's out right now.
Oh, it looks like they may have been the caution. I saw some damage on the front of him. Oh.
So Matt involved in that in the 60. Got heavy damage there.
Wow, it looks like it could be a
Doug
3-car
Neal
pileup.
is in the pits right now as well. Looks like Ron
look.
Gaivo in that one. Head and pull up the replay here, see what we could find. Alright, so 60 of Matt Vander was the one who was in this wreck, so he's battling with the 2 of Justin White and the 24 of...
He's disappearing a lot.
Yeah, of Mashburn there. He's going to get up into the wall, going to the 1, disappears like Houdini, comes down, collects the 33, and the 4 of Andrew Himmelman just squeaking by there.
That's unfortunate, because really nothing any of those guys could do, because the car disappeared, and as he reappeared, he was already hitting Mashburn right in that right side of his car. So super unfortunate for those 2 guys.
We'll see what happens here, because it's showing that Matt has not gone into the pits. Everybody's on pit road right now. We're going to see if he's going to go in. Obviously, the smart move, yeah, I was going to say the smart move is to go in. It's kind of weird that he waited a lap before doing it. But that's going to put the 62 of Colin Olery out. And while we're under caution, let's go ahead and pull up the standings coming into tonight's race. We have Jeff Price coming in as the leader. Who's currently sitting in 10th right now, I do believe. Colin Olery, who is leading the race currently, only 4 points behind him. JT Poole, 5 points behind the leader and sitting in 3rd. Bill Edwards sitting 4th, Trevor Shaw 5th, Christopher Darling sitting in 6th, Stan Halsman in 7th, Doug Neal, who unfortunately was involved in that wreck, in the number 33, sitting 8th, Andrew Himmelman and Ben Adams sitting 9th and 10th respectively. Interesting, the two guys that are racing in the same household, top 10 in points right now.
That's great. And they're only 3 points away from each other.
Yeah, interesting battle. And as they're scored right now, we have Andrew Himmelman sitting in 11th place currently. And then we have Ben Adams, who is on pit road and looks like he was involved in that accident, sitting 17th with the potential of going a lap down, if not already 1 lap down.
Looks like he has some heavy damage to that driver's side. That is really unfortunate. No fast repairs. So what they got is what they got, but these cars can be repaired significantly. Just takes a lot of determination, because it's going to challenge you to want to get back out there and get those points for the series. It is a very short season. We have,
like, Matt Vander's just hanging out on the track. Not sure what's going on with that there.
There's only. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, maybe he's waiting for the tail end of the lap. He's a lap down currently being scored. But yeah, he is a newcomer to the series. I was going to say I have not seen his name before. So I want to say this is his first race coming into this series.
Yeah, so looks like this race, we've got 9 races total in the series. This is race 5, so after this we only have 4 races left. So it's a very short series. So you got to get as many points as you can get, and bring home that championship.
So it looks like there are waiver rounds because Colin Olery just got that waiver round coming through. So he is going to be back on the lead lap, putting him at the tail end, going to be sitting 17th coming around. He better hurry it up as they're coming off the back stretch.
He'll be there.
I forgot this track is shorter. I'm used to the mile and a halves.
If it was Pocono, I'd be concerned.
Yeah. But the pace lights are off. We're going to have Nathan Maurer in the 01 and John Canzaro in the 12. Going to be bringing the field in. But the 21, Christopher Darling, is a little hungry for another win after his showing that he had last week at Darlington. Of course, winning that race.
Darling winning at Darlington. I still love that. Oh, a little check up there in that bottom lane. Nathan gets a wonderful start there.
Like Christopher Darling didn't get the greatest start.
Ready.
He's going to have John on his tail end coming off the backstretch real close, getting a nice run there off of turn 2. See if he can overtake him here in 3. He's going to get right beside him.
Low.
Take it low. JT Poole is going to follow behind him. Not going to have enough time to make it. It's going to fall back in line, but Christopher Darling, the 21, got a heck of a run off of 4. Taking it to the high side. Let's see what he can do with it into turn 1 and 2 with Poole. Stan Halsman right behind him in the 39. These guys in the top 10 for points right now, minus John, who is leading the race currently. A little 3-way battle going on here with Jeff Price, points leader, and Stan Halsman.
And Halsman just seems to always be lurking in the background, still looking for that first win in that number 39 Tropical Smoothie car. Looks like he's in a Thunderbird.
Yeah, the Thunderbirds are nice. I was thinking about buying the Thunderbird just to have both of them because I like the design on the Thunderbird too.
Yeah, it's nice. I've just always bought Chevy, so I've.
Yeah, I like the body style of the Chevys, honestly.
Yes.
Everyone's fanning out here. Our closest battle going on currently is going to be with Christopher Darling and Stan Halsman for 4th place here. Everybody else is pretty much fanned out pretty consistently across the board. Some doing better than others. Ben Adams is about 6 seconds off the lead. He's got some damage. Going to be trying to battle with Justin White in the number 2 to take that spot away. I don't think that right side damage is going to do, or sorry, left side damage is going to do too much. Like I said, these cars can take quite a beating, which is nice. But we'll have to keep an eye on him to see where he's at. He is going to round out the top 10 in points, so positions are going to matter, especially when Andrew Himmelman in the 4 is ahead of him currently. Not only in points, but also on track position, sitting 11th.
Yeah, and damage can be deceiving because we don't know if he's fighting, the car could be turning a little more to the left right now, which would cause the right side tires to wear more. So it really depends on where that damage is inside that car.
The Jeff Price here in the 14s supporting a new paint scheme, it looks like. Gonna see what he can do here, currently sitting in 6th spot. Go back up to the leaders. John Canzaro in the number 12, getting it done here at the Rock, knowing how to tame this track right now. It's a whole 2 seconds ahead of Nathan in the 01. So he is free as a bird right now. Nothing in front, barely anything behind him. So he's just gonna kind of ride here, see what happens.
And so far, it looks like the last car in the lead lap is 11 seconds behind the leader. Not sure what's a good lap time here. Josh, can we see the lap times that they're running at the current time?
Yep, give me a second.
Great battle going on here. between Ben Mashburn and
So
Ben Adams.
current lap times we're seeing across the board here is about 26 low to mid 26s, 26 2s to 26 5s for some of the faster guys. Right now, the quickest one on the track that last lap is actually going to be Stan Halsman in the 39. Who was sitting in,
Ron just got into the wall in turn 1 and 2. And
he's
looks
going to
like green
straighten
flag
her
is
out.
gonna,
Nope, it's going to fly.
He just tagged the wall just a little bit. Oh, that pace car driver is dangerous.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the replay, take a little look. We kind of got a little glimpse of it, but see what happened to Ron Gaivo here in the 17. Brings it in kind of hot, gets real tight, hits the outside wall. Unfortunately, these cars are like a magnet. That's something I saw quite a bit in yesterday's race that I was watching. A lot of guys coming into 1 too hot, gets tight, and they just can't keep it out of the wall. So luckily, he tried his best to get it going, but unfortunately, caution's going to fly once again.
Yeah, it looks like
Takers.
quite a few guys took to pit road. Nathan Moyer being that first car in the lead pack coming in, with JT Poole and Christopher Darling coming in as well. See what they're going to take. Looks like
everybody...
right side tires. See if they go for 4. Oh, everybody's going for 4, except for whoever was in front of Nathan Moyer. Looks like he went with 2. I wasn't sure who that was. It was a red car, but it might have been Ben Mashburn.
Yeah, and the 24's right there, Ben Mashburn.
Oh, no, never mind.
That'd have been JT Poole, the number 9.
Yeah.
It looks like the only person that didn't come down pit road was Colin Ulrey and John Cannizzaro.
Yep. We're on lap 43 of 125.
Colin has still scored a lap down, and so he will most likely get his lap back here once we come back by. Maybe.
I don't know if he will, because the last time when the caution came, he was in front of the leader. This time he is not. So I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
Take a look and see if he gets that lap back or not. 00 is another new guy, JP Fitzpatrick. He is currently 4 laps down. Looks like he is debuting the 00 coming into this one. Track is hard to tame, I'll say that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to race at, though. I'll tell you.
So now that we're 43 laps in, we haven't taken our picks yet. So I'm going to start with you. Who do you have for tonight's race?
Well, can't decide if it's going to be a repeat winner or a first timer. I'm going to go with... Oh, so difficult. I'm going to go with Nathan Moyer.
The one.
He did not steer me wrong last time. He brought it home last time, made me look good, made himself look good. I don't see why he couldn't do it again tonight.
John is doing such a great job with this track that it almost scares me. At that point where him trying to, if he had a battle from the back coming to the front, I'm kind of scared that he might get involved in an incident. So, like, part of me wants to pick him because he's doing so well, but I want to see a back-to-back with Christopher Darling in the 21, quite honestly.
Nice. It's a good pick.
If he can do back-to-backs, that would be huge, especially with him being in the points right now in that top 10. It's going to be huge. But Jeff Price, again, being our leader coming in the 14, He's going to want to do everything he can to stay out in front. So, I don't know. Price could be like one of those sleeper hits that could just kind of come through and surprise us last second. So, we'll have to keep an eye out and see what's going on. And of course, chat always. I know some of y'all have been here with us for a few of these races now. If there's anybody you're hoping to see win, you can go ahead and throw that down there in chat. Let us know who you got for tonight's race.
Looks like somebody's got Himmelman and
Ben Adams.
And Ben Adams.
Yep, that's Mrs. Himmelman there.
And
always here at our races, so definitely appreciate it.
That's a difficult choice. Wait, okay, I have to ask her, if it comes down to your husband or son for first and second, who do you want to win?
I don't think she's going to be able to answer that question. All right, here we go. Great restart. Oh yeah, he just straight blew by. The thing about this track is the restart is pretty quick.
And he knows that he is on older tires than everybody else. I believe JT Poole only took... Oh, that is close.
A little block there by Jeff Wyatt in the 86 on the 21 of Christopher Darling.
That's going to work into
don't
Nathan's
take it into a three wide situation there. You see Stan Halsman in the 39 Green Machine. And that little Tropical Smoothie Cafe coming up, passing the 86 of Jeff Wyatt in turns 1 and 2. Keep them straight here as they go into the backstretch. Christopher's going to be working on Nathan Maurer in the 01. See if he can get by him. Up front, JT Poole is staying on that back end of John, and then number 12. Most likely going to try to take him here. He knows he's on older tires. JT did opt for right sides only, so we'll see how long that two-tire strategy does last for them.
Hey, it's really going to work out to get by John, and after that, it's going to be how are you going to manage these tires? Because I want to say he's got about 15 to 20 lap fresher right sides. I could be wrong on those calculations. But don't look now, because your points leader, Jeff Price, in third place, coming after John Canzanaro. Or Canzanaro.
That's good. Either one of them sounds great. I'm just going to call him John Zaro. Probably be a little bit easier.
And he's looking to keep that lead coming out of here with the points, but Price better not look in his mirror either, because he's got a mirror full of Christopher Darling and Nathan Moyer coming to the 50th lap of 125.
Got JT Poole leading. He is absolutely running away with this one right now. Jeff Price is coming up on John alongside Nathan and Christopher Darling. This is going to be a nice battle for second up here. It's going to put Jeff Price up against the wall. He's going to swoop down low. 01 of Nathan's going to go up high. Gets a little loose. 14 tags the apron. Is going to come up. 21 of Christopher Darling's there. He's going to get blocked by the number 12 of John Canzaro. And that 12, the 01 of Nathan Maurer. Going up high. Probably not going to be able to take it here, but John is on older tires, so we will see. Oh my gosh, almost a right hook there by John Canzaro on the number 12. Manages it, but the 21 of Christopher Darling is also going to get by John, and I'm thinking John's probably thinking to himself, I should have pitted. This is not going well. I'm losing spots, and everyone's catching me.
Yeah, because now they're going to be able to go. If this thing stays green, which it could, that would really put him in a bad position.
Ooh, Jeff Price, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye, went in so quick into turn 1. That's an absolute nightmare that you don't want to be in. Almost tagging the outside wall. Does a great job of getting her slowed down and churning there, but that's going to eat up quite a bit of the right front on that tire. Andrew Himmelman, I just saw he was in a battle. He's getting passed by Ben Adams on the high side here, who has damage. I know Andrew was having a hard time with this track before it started and was a little nervous about saving tires. Doesn't do a great job of that according to him, but sitting 14th right now. Ben Adams ahead of him. As they stand, Ben would take the spot away from Andrew coming into the points to take that 9th spot away. Up
and
here
just
we
in
got
front of them a great battle.
Justin White in the 2 and Ben Mashburn in the 24 battling up for 11th place right now, but Ben Adams is going to get in on this action as well. Seeing as the damage is not really slowing him down too much, using that high line still. I think he's been using it for the majority of the race here. Mashburn just coming straight down on Justin White, number 2 machine.
Oh,
Going
I
low
think he's gonna
here.
let them go by. He's gonna let one of them go by, not both.
Ben Adams side by side with him. Gonna get it done here in turn 1 most likely. Does. We'll go back up to the front here. Looks like we might have a battle going on. Christopher Darling is catching Nathan in the 01. JT Poole had about a 1.5 lead coming around. Now he's about down to about 0.8 of a second off from second. So either he is pushing hard or Nathan's just pushing harder. Sorry, I meant to say JT's probably saving and Nathan is pushing harder. My bad. Got my words mixed up. You're the leader and you have no one in front of you. The what you want to focus on is just saving tires. You never know when the caution's going to come out.
That is such a difficult thing to do. I can tell you, once you get to that lead position, you are a nervous wreck.
Oh, someone's wrecking right in front.
Oh, I see.
I hear it. It's the 86. Oh, the 39 is Stan Halsman in that one. The 12 of John involved. 24 of Ben Mashburn also involved. Pace car just not giving two, you know what I mean, going right through these guys.
Oh, no. It looks like Halsman can't get his... Oh, no. He's got to get a whole toe.
Yikes. Not looking good. Top 5 point standard right now. Let's go ahead and put the replay here. Halsman. Not sure if he was the reason for the accident or what, but let's take a look at blimp action here.
We're coming down into turn 1 and 2.
Oh, it just gets the wall in there. Yep, again, turn 1 wall.
Turns it right into John.
John had nowhere to go. The 2 gets by. Ben Adams gets by.
Missed.
There goes Andrew.
Oh.
24 coming in hot. Take a look from John's point of view here.
I want to ride along with the 88 as well, because that was a good save. And he's like, and it just
that last second. Yeah, that last second, unfortunately, just threw him down. Who did you want to ride with?
The number 88. 88 does a great job here.
Right on board with Michael Mooney and the number 88. Pretty far away. You can see Stan Halsman up front there, hitting the outside wall, coming down.
He sees it. He slams on those brakes.
Oh, just a little piece of the 86 of Jeff Wyatt there. See him sliding out, trying to get back on the gas.
That was good wreck avoidance right there. I don't even think he got a scratch.
You see 62 of Colin Olery and the 17 of Ron Gaivo coming to pit lane. Colin, that's just not Colin's night here at this track. Cannot tame the rock. So right now we got Michael Mooney, who was involved in that accident, up in the lead. With him sliding them tires to avoid that wreck, probably not going to have too great of a restart here if he stays out. JT Poole is going to be itching to get past him pretty quick. But Ben Adams made a huge run and is now sitting all the way up into 6th place currently after that incident.
Speaking of Ben Adams, Himmelman's wife, or I'm sorry,
Himmelman's wife.
Ben Adams' wife says that the other night they were in a league race and Andrew took out Ben on lap 1, and it was not a happy household. So, she does not take sides at all. We are approaching the halfway point.
This race is going by quick.
Yes, this track, a lot of green flag runs. It'll do that at this track, and before you know it, the race is over. We were looking at the replay? Did anyone choose to go to the pits? Looks like
a couple of guys that went to the pits. We do have Ben Mashburn still in the pits. He's been in there for about almost 3 minutes now. John in the pits. He's been there for 3 minutes. Stan Halsman been in there for 4 minutes. Doug Neal, who was in that sim box number 30, been in pit road for 25 minutes. What a trooper. Staying in it. Unfortunately, it looks like that's going to end John's night. Most likely, he's scored 3 laps down. And that's what I'm saying. He's driving around great, and then unfortunately gets involved in an accident, and just like that, you go from first and being the fastest to last and sitting in the pits. So it looks like Michael Mooney in the 88 decided to stay out. He's going to be battling JT Poole on the inside of him for that first place position. I am almost confident JT Poole is going to take it away from him pretty quick, but let's see how fast this high line is going to get started here.
Now, what a call from Mooney. He is staying out there, starting on that high side after just dodging that wreck. He's actually is he the leader?
He is the leader right now. Yep.
He is the leader. Okay.
See the guys getting bunched up. A nice little gap between Andrew Himmelman and Ben Adams.
I think this is a good call for him. And
here.
Christopher Darling trying to stay right there, trying to get a better restart.
Spins the tires. Christopher Darling's going to get in the back of him. Nathan had a slow start there, look like.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wow. What a move by Christopher Darling. He's like, nope, I am getting around this fast so I can get after JT Poole.
Ben Adams is working on it now, but he's got the 27 of Trevor Shaw below him. Going to be kind of pinched up there for right now until that low line can get going. He's going to slow Ben down quite a bit. White's coming in.
That's going to just let those leaders drive away a little bit.
Christopher Darling, the 21, 3/10 off of JT Poole, who's leading the race currently, doing a great job up front. Nathan is right there with him.
But anything can happen. We just saw that with John, unfortunately, as he had not went into the pits when everyone else did, so he was losing positions on the track.
Ben's going to be almost the meat in the sandwich right there. That was a close one. Happened to get out of that one in the nick of time.
Everyone rethought that move.
3 wide is not where you want to be at this track, that's for sure. We got Bill Edwards here, again, another one in the top 10 in points. Sitting 7th right now, just got past Mooney, and Mooney is, again, probably not a great strategy, staying out after avoiding the wreck, but maybe it's just strategy to get the tires later on in the run.
Yeah, because I think maybe when that happened, he may have heated those tires up too much during that stop. I'm not sure how hard he was on the brakes. I mean, it looked like he was pretty hard, but he could have flat spotted the tires or anything like that.
Got a huge pack back here in the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th spot. The 13 of Jordan Scheppel is working on Andrew Himmelman in the number 4 for the 9th spot. Ulrey, who is a lap down in the 62 on the low end's going to try to get by these guys here. Now, Olin is a lap down.
He's going to open the door.
Yeah, oh, look at that. Michael Mooney in the number 88's fallen all the way back to almost 10th spot now. Jeff Price working on the inside of Jordan in that 13 is going to take that spot away, take another spot away from Michael Mooney as well, too, bumping him up 2 more spots. Himmelman sitting in 8th spot. After all, that's going to try to work his way to Bill Edwards in the number 50. Leaders have fanned out quite a bit Got a nice
so
little
this
even gap
is
between everybody.
going to come down to who is. I almost said who's cheating who. I remember that song from Alan Jackson. Those were the days.
Jeff Wyatt, who was involved in that last incident, is trying to work on Jordan Shepler in the 13. Doesn't have a whole lot of damage, which is good. Still supporting that Kool-Aid machine. I wonder if he's got. Did he get that fender fixed? Yeah, it looks like that fender's fixed now from last race. That right front fender was not showing up and looks like somebody went to work on it at the body shop.
That was funny though. It added character and uniqueness to the paint scheme. I thought that was fantastic.
So John Canzaro looks like he hung up the helmet for tonight. Unfortunately, is going to be most likely finishing about 18th, 19th spot for him. An unfortunate
It looks
night.
like Doug Neal also, it says he is out on the leaderboard. So that is unfortunate for him because he was up there quite a bit last week.
Yeah, he was. He was doing well. Hate to see it for the Simbox Monte Carlo there. So go back through the leaders here. Looks like Christopher Darling is making up some ground on JT Poole. Last time I checked, they're about 8/10 off. Now he's narrowed it down to about 4/10 off. So we could be seeing a battle brewing here pretty quick. Oh, JT, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Got a little loose, hit the apron there just a bit. Saw the back end swing out. That's actually going to cut the lead down between him and Chris to about a 0.3 now.
Oh yeah, look at that run. And when these two battle, that is just going to bring Moyer close to them as well. So when this pass does happen, Christopher Darling's going to want to make that happen fast and give no time to Moyer catching up.
Another person who's catching up is Andrew Himmelman in number 4. Finally caught up to Bill Edwards here. It's going to be a nice little battle, seeing if he can get around him. We'll see what line he opts for going into turn 1 and 2 here. Yeah, that high line's not working for Bill going into 1. He's going to bring it down. We could see Andrew taking over 7th spot from Bill here shortly. Ben Adams is also in a battle right now with Justin B. White in the 2 and Trevor Shaw in the 27, but he's going to take that spot away from Trevor Shaw across the line. But now Justin White is going to come up on him right up on the tail end, and that's going to give Trevor Shaw that position back coming off of turn 2, making that high line work there.
And while this battle happens, that's just, more fuel for Andrew Himmelman to get by Edwards
Yep.
as soon as possible so he can get up here and battle these guys for points and position.
Trevor Shaw is in the points right now as well too, alongside Ben Adams, so these two guys are going to battle it out pretty hard just because of that reason. Justin White is not in the points battle, but doesn't mean position is nothing to him. He's going to want to try to get on that leaderboard as we're already halfway through the season. So it's going to be interesting to see what it comes down to. But during all that, it looks like Christopher Darling took the lead away from JT Poole, and now Nathan Maurer is up here for the battle, a 3-way battle for first.
And just like I had said, if he did not get around JT Poole as soon as possible, that would open the door for Nathan to get there. And Nathan's going to make this pass in 3 and 4, and now he is going to have his sights set on Christopher Darling.
I love the sparks here. It sucks that there's not lights at this track. It would be nice to see this at nighttime.
I was just about to say, yes, a night race here would be fantastic.
I just like how the sparks bounce off the cars. Looks good. Now they fanned back out, had a quick little battle there. Christopher Darling took the lead. Nathan Moore in the 01 is going to be sitting second. JT Poole in the 9 sitting third. And Ben Adams 4 seconds off the lead currently, about 3 seconds off of third place. So he's got a lot of work to do, but caution is out.
Oh. Lap 80 of 125. I believe, what would that be, our third caution of the night?
Take a look. That's going to be caution number 4.
That was close.
We got 14 caution laps currently, 6 lead changes. And the fastest lap was actually John Cannizzaro to the 1:04.92 is out of the race to an incident as well. So let's see if we can pinpoint what happened. I honestly don't know where to start.
Yeah, I was unsure because I really didn't see anything going on out of the ordinary. I didn't see anybody slowed down anywhere or... Oh,
Here we
I
go.
see smoke. Oh,
And I found it. So it looks like the 50 of Bill Edwards was battling with Justin White in the number 2. Looks like he's going to catch that outside wall here. See what happens. Yep, he just way too hard. Going into turn 1 again. Turn 1 claiming another victim. He could have kept it going there. I think Bill could have avoided a caution probably. I'm not sure seeing as there's already racers behind him. But it looked like he could have avoided that wreck. Let's right on board with him and see what happened here. Working on the inside of the 2 of Justin White. Goes in just so hot into turn 1. And again, this car is like a magnet. Just absolutely sucks him into it. That happened, the way that that wreck happened too is like, I didn't even know there was a caution for a second. I just happened to look up and yellow lights were on. Alright, so caution number 4 is out. And Halsman is 11 laps down and gonna take a huge beating in points for that one. Colin Olery did get his lap back, it looks like. He most likely will get the waiver round here. Right now that scores 13 drivers on the lead lap out of our 20. Start. It's going to be Michael Mooney in the 88 starting at the tail end. You can see the 50 down low there of Bill Edwards coming into the pits after that incident. Doug Neal looks like he is still here. 37 minutes on pit road. Oh, and he is
and there he
finally coming out. 37 seconds and 37 minutes and 2 seconds later.
He must have blown an engine because that looks like some heavy damage to that front end.
So he's going to come out and race for points. He's going to have to. I mean, being in the top 10, you're going to want to grab as much as you can during the... Glad to see he stuck through it. Another person, Ben Mashburn's been in the pits for 15 minutes. Well, too, still...
So, looks like Ben Mashburn would be the person in front of Doug Neal that he can pass if he can turn enough laps to get around him. So that also comes into play as we are approaching lap 84 of 125.
Lights are off. You see Colin right there. And Stan. Wow, okay, 2 waiver rounds here. Stan Halsman is getting a waiver round. Interesting, because he's 11 laps down. So he's going to get one of those laps back. And then Colin, it is going to be the 14th driver on the lead lap here. But this is going to be an exciting restart. Christopher Darling in the 21. Nathan Maurer in the 01. JT Poole, Ben Adams. Gonna see who's gonna take it here. Ben Adams making his way up. Been in the back for the majority of the race, now in the top 5. Andrew Himmelman sitting in 8th currently.
And Ben Adams sitting right there in 4th place.
Pace car's in, and Christopher Darling is off. That low line gets going. Oh, we got a little pile up in the back here. It looks like the 2 of Justin White couldn't get it going. Piled up the high side there.
Oof.
Jeff Price in that, but that awards 2 spots to Andrew Himmelman, who is now going to be working on Ben Adams, who lost a spot off that restart for 5th place. Got a little family rivalry going on here, but the 2 of Justin White getting a hell of a run off of turn 4 there for a second. Thought he was going to take that spot away, but Nathan and Christopher Darling battling. JT Poole there, the 27 of Trevor Shaw got real loose.
What a save.
We're going to see a little battle here.
That was unbelievable.
See Ben coming into the picture.
Any of these guys are shifting in that corner like we had seen earlier from John.
Sure, let's take a ride with JT Poole and see what his strategy is coming in.
They're all running that same low line in turn 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, I feel like they each go in at a different point and then end up at the same point on the exit.
So, from what it sounds like, it looks like he is not shifting, but someone who probably is Christopher Darling in the 21, but Nathan Maurer in the 01 is going to work him on the bottom and get him on exit, but 21 going to go for that block. Not a bad move, seeing as Christopher Darling's had some good exits all of the turns here, but now JT Poole is going to try and work on Christopher for 2nd spot here. Kind of look back in the field while that's going on. Jeff Price, our points leader, is going to be working on Jordan in the 13, but Jeff White in the 86 is going to be working on him as well too. Ryan Gaivo in the 17 also in the mix. It'll be a battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th.
And Doug Neal out there trying to turn some laps, right there with them.
That battle is going to be cooling down back up front. Christopher Darling 3/10 off the lead. Bringing her in hot into turn 1. Going to try to get her to stick. See if he can make some ground on Nathan there in the 01.
And we are approaching this time by. Oh, what a great run by Christopher Darling right here. Is he going to be able to clear him coming off the 2? I think he's going to be able to at the line.
Ooh,
who's it
going to be?
Door to door. I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, door to door. JT Poole is going to look for that low line as well too.
Is he going to... Do you think he would make it 3 wide if he has to?
No, I think JT Poole's smarter than that. Not worth risking it, but we got a drag race down the backstretch into turn 3. Oh, Christopher Darling had to let off. That's going to put JT Poole in the odd spot. 3 wide coming back up the track.
Whoa.
Ben Adams.
What a save by Poole. JT Poole, you are 100% correct, is smart, and he saved all. Everyone collected themselves. And now Ben Adams, 2nd place after all of that. But he has caution is out.
Caution is out.
Not sure what for. Everyone looks collected.
Got to be back here. Maybe Colin?
Maybe. See if we can't find us. Yeah,
I think it's going to be this right here. It looks like the 00 of JP Fitzpatrick. Going in high, taking a little 3 wide again. Turn 1 almost.
He
maybe
missed it. I don't
maybe
think
that's
that,
not. I thought it was. Looks like it was going to be an incident. Let's keep looking here. These silent cautions that are happening.
Typically, we can hear them, the wall hitting the wall, or see some smoke, or someone is slow on the track. But was that it?
Oh, wait, what was that?
I just saw somebody. Doug Neal, number 33. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, looks like it's Doug Neal. We finally found it. Doug Neal with Mooney in the 88. Mooney's going to give him a nice little love tap and going to stick with it. Doesn't even let off even after the 33 of Doug Neal was already around. That's unfortunate. He's already had a rough night, and 88 of Michael Mooney is just kind of putting the nail in the coffin there, but looks like we got guys on pit road. Coming off of pit road now. Nathan Maurer in the 01 coming in. Ben Adams came in. Christopher Darling, Justin White, Trevor Shaw, those guys all came in. Jeff Price looked like he stayed out. Gonna take the lead here. Come around, but JT Poole, unfortunately, on the wrong end of the stick after battling with Christopher Darling, fell back all the way from 2nd down to 7th. So he is going to be hungry to get back up there. Andrew Himmelman fell back quite a bit, was in 8th, is now sitting in 12th.
I don't believe he will have a problem getting back up there. He's got a strong car. He's smart. He drives the track. He doesn't drive his car, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes that's something you'll hear a lot. People driving the car and part of the track.
You let the track come to you. That's something a lot of people have to learn in iRacing or really any racing game you play. You gotta let the track come to you, because if you start trying to chase the track, which in JT Poole's position is so difficult to do, because mentally you're frustrated because you were up there, you were in 2nd place, you're fighting for 2nd place, and now you're back in 7th. You gotta kind of compose yourself and get back up there with all these guys.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job.
Problem.
Fantastic job keeping it off of 3 wide. Almost comes 3 wide, back up on the track. Ben Adams in the 5 avoiding it. Luckily, that was not a caution, because that could have been absolute mayhem right there. But yeah,
and great driving by everybody.
Absolutely.
In that instance.
Yeah, the 87s are a tough car.
Could have been a big mess.
If you haven't raced them, and when you throw them on a mile-long track, especially Rockingham, I mean, it's just rough all the way around. You got to let the car do what it wants to do. Don't want to force anything. You end up eating the tires up, and before you know it, your night's over with.
You really, with these cars, you really just kind of got to let them glide in. You know what we should do? Pace lights are still on. Do we have time to bring JT Poole in here to talk to him about that?
If you want to bring him up.
Let's see. All right, bring him right now.
Are the lights off?
I don't think so.
Nope, lights are still on.
Hey, JT Poole, we wanted to bring you down here in the booth, and what a save there. 2nd place, it kind of, things got a little hairy up there. What were you thinking when all of that started going on?
I was trying to just follow behind Chris and Maurer, because they were racing pretty hard, so I was hoping we could go green the rest of the way, because they were wearing the tires. And I saw Chris get a big checkup, and he slowed down a lot, and I didn't want to hit him and wreck both of us, so I just got on the apron. I lose spots, it's whatever, it's racing. I'll try to get back to the front.
Well, good luck, great job saving that car, and we hope to see you after the race.
Yes, sir.
Wow, he was so calm through the whole situation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The composure from JT Poole is always spot on, regardless if he's 3rd place, last place, and it doesn't matter. That the kid does a good job keeping his head cool under stressful situations. So we'll see if he can bring it back up front. For Jeff Price, Nathan Maurer, gonna bring it to the line. You got Christopher Darling in the 21, Ben Adams in the number 5 sitting in 4th, Trevor Shaw 5th. So Highline's gonna get it done here. Jeff Price taking it away. Nathan Maurer's gonna battle him down low going into turn 1. We'll see what happens here. Christopher Darling still with everybody. Might have gotten a slower start, but Trevor Shaw right there working on Ben Adams. Oh, a contact going into coming off of turn 2. Ben does a fantastic job keeping her alive here. And now we're going to have a little cluster going on. Colin Ullery back up here in 7th after being a lap down for the majority of the race. Going to be working with JT Poole on his inside going into turn 1. He's going to take that spot away. JT's going to be working on Justin White, that number 2 car. Back up front, Christopher Darling looking to work on Nathan Maurer for that 2nd position. Ben Adams a little behind due to that little incident from Trevor Shaw there. I'm sure he's not going to forget that, though.
We are hitting lap 100. Oh, just kidding. Lap 99 of 125. No, oh, no, there's 100. Okay.
Got him.
I thought it was 100. It was a little late. Oh,
Christopher Darling
Price.
working on Price. Price losing some spots there. Not sure what happened.
Yeah,
Went
Moyer
from first
goes
to third
straight
like
to the
it's
lead,
nothing.
and Christopher Darling in second. He's going to start working on him. These two are so competitive and race so well. And Ben Adams coming up on Jeff Price really fast. Adams taking a car that I didn't know that looked like it could do anything, and he is just maybe it's helping him turn.
Maybe.
You know, sometimes this damage model can really change the way your car drives, and if he's, you know, like we said, driving the track instead of track driving him, it's perfect. And JT Poole back here,
Looks like
right now
Colin
he's
is going to be
sitting in
battling.
7th. It looks like he's struggling a little bit. You know, his car might handle better out in clean air, and that will happen a lot too. These guys get stuck in traffic, and you kind of, you lose the handle that you had on it before.
Oh, Colin brings it in so deep into turn 1. He's going to lose a lot of time there, but that's going to allow Poole to kind of pull away. Oh, we got another one here. Justin White going to the outside of Trevor Shaw. Got a run on the backstretch there.
He's going to go down to the inside, and JT Poole's going to try to pull in behind him, and he's going to go to the outside of White. Nope, just kidding. They're going to cross over. A lot of slicing and dicing here. Ulrey is back in the mix, and then the 13 is back in the mix. We have a great 5-car battle going on here.
Ulrey is now battling the 27 of Trevor Shaw as well too. JT Poole right behind him. Now we got the 13 of Jordan Shepler in this battle as well. Got a nice little battle going on here for the top 5.
Not what JT Poole wants right now, because he wants to get by these guys so he has any chance to catch those leaders again. Because right now he is using up those tires.
Christopher
Darling.
Darling.
Guys still the same amount of space away from each other, so they're kind of like an accordion. You know, come together, you know, go back. And JT Poole is not letting Ulrey know, hey, I'm here and I think my car is better than yours.
Oh, he's going to do the crossover on him.
What a crossover.
Clears him going into 1. Ulrey clears him coming out of 2. Oops, someone's in the wall. Got George Shepler and the 13 still battling out with JT Poole right beside each other. JT's, I think what you said, I think JT's car was doing much better in the clean air, and now that he's got some competition, it's starting to slow him down quite a bit.
Yeah, and I don't know the last time these guys went to pits compared to him, so that could be playing a factor as well. Because even if they have 10 to 15 lap fresher tires,
God, Jordan bring it in hot in turn 3, almost clipped the back end of the 9 of JT Poole there. That would have been unfortunate, but manages to get her straightened out and then come across the line going into turn 1.
And for all of you watching, Shipley, very high in turn 1 and 2. Anyone who's watching us tonight and not watching the NASCAR Cup Series at Bristol for tonight's All-Star race, $1 million on the line. Quick update: 4 laps to go. Chase Elliott is your leader at Bristol, Tennessee. So, in case you're missing that race for this one.
Oh, he's going to try and squeeze it down low on Nathan. He's going to get it done, but they're side by side. Literally a drag race into turn 3.
And he's going to give it to him, I think.
Oh, a little crossover here, maybe? Nope. Gonna bring it down to the apron.
Thinking it over. Lap 110 when we cross the line. This time of lap of 125. I'll get it out eventually.
Check this battle again back here with JT Poole and Colin Ulrey still kind of going on. You got the the double O. JP Fitzpatrick is 4 laps down, almost right hooking JT Poole.
To use Ulrey to get by. JT Poole is.
Poole got a little loose there, still a little loose. He's
probably
can't get around these guys.
At this point.
Absolutely.
It's so difficult, you know. He knows he had a good car.
Yeah, now he's got to get around the traffic, but Colin's going to let that spot go away easily. And now, JT Poole, man, so close to everybody right now. JT Poole is going to work on Trevor Shaw on the 27. The double O, for whatever reason, is working that low line real hard, 4 laps down, trying to get in the mix.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was racing for position.
No, he's racing 4 laps down in the 15th spot, so might want to back it up a little bit as he's taking these turns way too hard, and whoever's on the high end of him is going to see the worst hook of their life. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now.
Dump trucking.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens here. JT Poole. Oh, God. I just don't want to see a lap car taking out someone who's fighting for position. You would hate to see that, but it looks like he's got some air now. He's going to get around Trevor Shaw on the 27, and now he's got a little bit of clean air before he works his way to Jeff Price. Back up front, Nathan Maurer is only 3/10 off of Christopher Darling as they're still battling. Ben Adams is about 3 seconds off as he's battling a lap car, which is the number 2 of... never mind. That's White. My bad. He is not a lap down. Justin White is in 3rd spot. Ben Adams is fighting with him, and Jeff Price, our points leader coming into this, is going to be working on Ben Adams' low end coming out of turn 4 here.
And every position is points at this point. Every
Absolutely.
position gained, every position lost is points. So these guys, we're approaching 10 laps to go, are trying to get these extra points, get it done, because if this thing goes green the rest of the way, you kind of got to settle for what you got. But if a caution comes out, changes everything.
Oh, it's going to change absolutely everything.
Also remember, there are no green-white checkers back in the 87 rules. So tonight there are no green-white checkers. So if they, under 5 laps to go, a caution comes out, that may be the end of the race. But great battle here. JT Poole trying to now work on the guy in front of him is really far away.
Yeah, Ben Adams is going to be the next car. About a second and a half off of Ben Adams. But Ben Adams still taking the high lines, kind of slowing him down a little bit. Jeff Price is pulling away from him. But the battle is still happening up front with Christopher Darling and Nathan.
You were wanting to say Christopher Darling, but you just said happily.
Yeah, I'm making new words up here.
By the end of all this series, we're gonna have like a Josh and Tim dictionary.
Oh man!
But what a great battle here, coming down to about 8 laps to go. Nathan is just right on that back bumper. They're running the same line.
Gonna peek to the inside though.
He is gonna peek because it could make Christopher Darling nervous.
The one thing that Christopher...
Is he going to give him the bumper? Do you think...
Oh, he did. Whoa! He did. I heard it. He gave him the bumper to Christopher Darling. Trying to give him a little bump and run going on there. Christopher Darling getting a little loose before the entrance of turn 3. But the difference between what Christopher Darling is doing and Nathan isn't is shifting gears. Christopher Darling is shifting gears just like he did at Darlington. And right now it's helping him in the lead.
And we have not seen anyone use the bumper yet in this series to win a race. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens tonight here at the Rock, as we come to 6 laps to go when we cross the line this time by.
All eyes on 1 and 2 right now. We got a 3-second difference with Justin White sitting in 3rd. Jeff Price is sitting 4th. Ben Adams is sitting 5th. So right now, the closest battle we have going on is this one and JT Poole and Bill Edwards. So JT Poole still working to make it up there. Lost a spot to Trevor Shaw and is now most likely going to be battling Bill Edwards for the lead here. Or sorry, not for the lead, for 7th spot. Kind of want to just keep peeking in on the leaders just to make sure nothing.
Yeah.
There.
It's very difficult to we want to watch the whole track because there's great battles all around. But this battle right here, this is going to boost both of them in the points.
Bill Edwards is going to take that spot away from JT Poole. Now Stepler.
JT Poole's going to go to the inside.
Give him a little crossover on the backstretch. Not going to be able to make it stick maybe. We'll see.
And Shipley right there again in that number 13. So they come off of turn 4. Coming to the line. It is 4 laps to go. Oh, I can feel the tension just heating up. Moyer is going to have to get on his bumper and make him uncomfortable if he wants to win this race. If not, Christopher Darling is going to go back-to-back wins here at the Rock and Darlington, and it's going to give him a huge boost in the points. 3 laps to go. Oh, trying so hard.
This one is going to be tough. 3 laps to go. We're going to keep our eyes on the leader for these last 3 laps, and I'm going to keep a look at the gap board just to make sure nothing crazy happens. As it is right now, Christopher Darling leading the race, Nathan Moore in the 01 sitting second, Jeff Price third, Justin White fourth, Ben Adams fifth.
On that lap. I could see just a tiny fraction he gained on him, but that could mean everything when they come down to the last lap and in that final turn. Oh, just touched that apron. That's going to hurt him a little bit coming off the corner and getting him a little loose in the center of the corner as we come down to the white flag this time by. Christopher Darling is your leader with Nathan Moyer in second in the 01. Darling won last week at Darlington. Could he win here tonight at the Rock? He just pulls away coming out of
He's
2.
Increased that gap quite a bit. Oh no, we got JT Poole.
Something happened.
He scored a lap down right now. We're going to have to take a look at that, but your winner is going to be
Darling to the line.
Christopher Darling, tonight's winner at Rockingham.
And look at Jeff Price. Solid 3rd place finish for him. That is why he is your leader in the point standings, and he's going to keep that top spot because he is just he's balling for points. I'll tell you that right now. Justin White, 4th place. Ben Adams sits there in 5th. Bill Edwards in 6th. Trevor Shaw in 7th. Jordan Shipler in 8th. Andrew Himmelman brings it home 9th. Jeff Wyatt 10th. Colin Ulrey in 11th. Ron Guyvo in 12th. JT Poole, unfortunately,
now I want to see
down.
Yeah, I want to see what happened with JT Poole here, to be completely honest with you.
That is unfortunate.
Don't think it's going to let me because it looked like he actually... Oh, there it is right there.
So it looks like coming off the corner... Oh.
Here. He's battling with...
Oh, I thought they were going to go 3 wide here coming off the corner.
He's battling with Jordan. Yeah, come right off of turn 2. And that was when the white flag was in the air, so of course there was no...
Great job
no
getting
caution.
Out of the way, though. Fantastic job.
Halsman. Not sure what he's doing, but
hey,
down
he was
low
days
there.
of thundering it going for the smoke. That's exactly what he was doing.
Now let's go ahead. I also do want to look. If you want to get the guys in for interviews, go ahead and just let them know in Discord. Christopher Darling, Nathan Maurer, and Jeff Price. We'll get those guys to talk. But I want to see the battle with Jeff Price and White. Because White was in 3rd for the longest time.
Let's see. So we're 2.
So this is the battle for 3rd with 2 laps to go. Jeff Price just sitting right beside Justin White there, just kind of takes him over into 4 and kind of runs with it. Still side by side when they came across the line. Nice little battle going on there. And a little bit of issues, it looks like, trying to take him over in 1, but eventually gets it done out of turn 2. They almost touch. Wow. What a battle.
What a great race.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of cautions. I think we only had 4 in total. And look at Christopher Darling.
Oh, yeah, he's
sitting in victory lane.
And waiting right now for sure.
So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our 3rd place finisher, Jeff Price, right? I believe. Was that correct, Josh?
Yeah, Jeff Price.
Okay. Sitting here with 3rd place finisher Jeff Price. What a solid 3rd place for you tonight.
Dude, I was willing this thing. I was doing everything I could. I knew taking 2 tires was going to be a disadvantage on that last one, but it was worth it. I seen the 88 do it earlier in the race, and it kind of worked for him. So I was like, I got to try it. And it worked. Like, I fell back, dropped like a rock, but once everything evened out, it was a bullet. And
Yeah, I
got
couldn't. What a great! This will definitely keep you in that first position in the points because Christopher Darling was the winner, so you only finished 2 places behind him. That really set you up pretty well.
yeah, that's what I was thinking about. And then the sponsor I got on it this week is just a one-off. It means the world to me. And I was thinking about points, thinking about that, and then started falling back. I'm like, I'm gonna start getting eaten alive. And then finally, it's 20 to go. I'm like, forget it. Just go as hard as you can. If you wrecked, you wrecked. At least you tried. And then I started reeling the 5 and the 2 back in. Those 2 guys, I have so much respect for them too. Like they were going hard, and I know the 5 made a mistake, and the 2 made a mistake. But me and the 2, like 5 to go, had a battle, and almost took him out after he hit the wall going into 1. I was in a 4-wheel slide trying to keep it off of him, and then we battled it out after that. And it was a ton of fun.
How'd the car handle all night?
It was absurdly tight, but at the same time loose, if that makes any sense.
Oh,
Like
it does.
it's like you have to run so much rear brake in this thing just to get it to turn in, and then it gets a little loose, and then you just have to get back in the gas, because if you don't, you're going to lose time. So you're pretty much drifting it, and then you get tight middle of the corner out, and then coming out of the corner you'll get loose sometimes. And it was just a handful. I love these cars. These are my favorite cars so far on the service now. I'm a long run driver, and you have to think about long runs in these things most times. But this time it worked out, 30 to go. Just go out there and get it.
Well, great 3rd place finish. Congratulations. I know I know you'll take that 3rd place finish. You got any?
Definitely.
Is there anybody you
But
want
yeah, I do
to
got a few.
shout out? Yeah.
Yeah. Main for us with all the things going on right now. I know we got some bad stuff out there happening, but running for heroes, this young man, Zachariah, he goes out there for every officer or firefighter that dies. He runs a mile for them. And for I had a friend in law enforcement die a couple years ago, and it killed me. Then I seen this last year, and it makes me a little emotional. But the dude runs a mile for every single one. It's 500 and something miles he's ran. It might be more than that for all
Wow.
these people that we've lost. And just he's selfless. He's working on donations, and it's just Running for Heroes Inc. on Facebook. And if anybody has a chance, just go out there and see what they're all about. My main sponsor, I wish I could have got him on the top 3 this week, but Back Channel Productions on YouTube. He's goes around to your short, like your stadium monster trucks and tough truck competitions and stuff. Puts out a lot of great content. And the big thing is Simbox on Facebook. They're the reason we're here, along with Control's Market on, and it means the world that they're all doing this so we can have fun.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks a lot, Jeff. Congratulations tonight, and we'll see you next week for, I think, Atlanta. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's Atlanta.
I know Atlanta. We're coming up to a bunch of good tracks.
Yeah, I got a good stretch coming, so hopefully I can keep knocking out these top 5s. I finished top 5 every week so far, except for last week. So
Hey, that's great.
I'm having a blast with it.
All right, thanks a lot, Jeff.
No problem. Thank you guys for broadcasting.
All right, that was a really great interview. That was awesome.
That was awesome. What a fantastic thing he's got going on there as well too with the sponsor.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Not
shout out to
expecting that
those
at all.
guys. All right, let's now with our 2nd-place finisher, Nathan. I chose you. I thought you were gonna pull it off. You look like you had a great car tonight.
I'm a choke artist, bud. Every time that he made a mistake, I made the mistake too, right behind him. Over driving 1, big time. But no, I think it was lap 60 to 75. I told my teammates that I said Chris Darling's gonna win this race tonight because he was just as good as me on the long run. We let everybody else just burn up their tires within the first 10, 15 laps. And I knew it was going to come down to either me or him here at the end if we could stay out of trouble.
I really thought John was gonna I thought you three were going to battle it out. Unfortunately, John fell back and got stuck in traffic and was in an accident. But you two put on a fantastic show.
Yeah, I think it was 5 laps to go. I gave him a little bump exit.
Yes.
Trying to get him a little loose coming out of 2 so I could try getting on his inside and making the pass in 3, because I think whoever was going to get around each other was going to win the race. I mean, we were dead even on times.
So how was the car handling for you at this track? Some of the guys were saying that it was kind of all over the place. How did you like it?
The biggest thing with these cars is not to burn up your tires in the first 10 laps. I love the handling of these things. I mean, I probably braked going to the turns probably a good 2 to 3 car lengths earlier than what a lot of the other guys were. I was actually kind of scared about starting up front tonight because I thought for sure that I was going to get plowed in the back because how early my braking zone is.
Was there anybody you want to shout out before we let you go?
No, just for all my friends and family that watch, and Chris Darling for having a good clean race with them there at the end. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to see as well too. You kept it out of trouble, kept it clean, and there were times where I was like on the edge of my seat because I thought you had it, and then it seemed as the laps went on and on down to the last 2, he just kind of not only picked up speed out of nowhere.
I was overdriving the crap out of it. I was kind of hoping I had a little bit more tire lift than him so I could just send it into the turns and try holding it, but it just didn't happen. I seen we had like a 6-second lead behind till third place, so I was just trying everything.
Well, if you enjoyed saving tires here, you're going to enjoy it next week because Atlanta is going to be about the same with these cars. So that right front is going to be seeing some wear. So congratulations, man, on a second place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good night, fellas.
All right. Now we're going to pull in our winner for tonight again.
My pick. Hell yeah. Let's go.
I'm so upset.
Back to backs.
You let me go first, and I didn't pick Christopher Darling. I should have. I'm mad that I didn't. Christopher, you bring it home again, second week in a row. This is going to be huge for you in the points.
It should bump me way up. I don't know where I'm even at. I haven't really been paying
I
attention.
think you're in 5th. I think.
What a win, huh?
Oh my God, yes. What a huge win. Walk us through some of the strategy for tonight's race. You're 6 in points currently. You're only 20 points off the leader, so.
I don't know. There wasn't really any strategy. I knew I'd have to save tires the whole race, but I didn't know quite what was going to happen on like long runs going into the race. I didn't do a ton of long runs in practice, so I was kind of just playing it by ear all night, really. And I knew every time the caution came out, I have to get tires, but I don't know. There wasn't really a strategy. I was just out there to have fun. And
yeah, it seemed like you were the only driver once again. You were doing it at Darlington where you're going from 3rd and 4th, and I noticed you were doing the same thing here. I didn't really get to watch it too much going into turns 1 and 2, but I did notice in 3 and 4 you're shifting gears. Was that something you were doing all night, or is that just something you kind of caught on to and were like, this is working for me?
So with about, I don't know, a little while left from practice, I tried it again, and what do you know, it worked, right? So I don't know, I wasn't doing it all night. It seemed to be only when I wanted to get a run on somebody, but then at the end of the race, the car started tightening up a lot, and I don't know, I just thought I was going to push into the wall and not really be able to pass anybody, so I started using it to get a little rotation off the corners, and hey, it worked out because that's how I passed Nate.
Coming off of turn 4, you seemed to get a huge run there, and y'all were pretty close coming out the last 3 laps to go, and then all of a sudden it was just like your car just happened to have much more horsepower in those last 2 laps, and you absolutely tore it up. Before you know it, the gap was almost a whole second, where it was literally like tenths coming off. So whatever you were doing, it was working, and it snags you another win. And now that we're going into Atlanta, correct, for next week?
Yep.
Yeah, now we're going into Atlanta. You're basically gonna have the same bit. It's gonna be saving tires. I've raced at that track in the league earlier this week. Hands down my favorite track in these cars. So I don't know how much you liked this track, but Atlanta is going to be so fun in these cars.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like anytime I go to a track that's going to need tires to be saved, I sort of excel at them. So hopefully, if everything goes right, I'm not going to be shifting there, so that's not going to
Yeah,
work
absolutely.
for me.
No shifting there.
I don't know. I might have to put my own setup in and just lower the gear ratios or something, because that seems to be the only way I could win these things anymore.
Absolutely. Well, you bring home a double win 2 weeks in a row. Maybe 3. I mean, I'm already going to go ahead and foreshadow, and I'm picking you for the next race. So you gotta get the triples going on here. But back to backs is insane. Is there anybody you wanna shout out while you're here?
Just my sponsor, Simrigs, of course, as always. Simbox, Cantrell's, everybody that sponsors the league helps put it on. This week I had been Mashburn telling me what Nate was doing behind me, so that was pretty helpful the last 10 laps or so. But that's really it. I don't know. It was pretty cool to win another race, so hopefully next week we do it again.
Yeah, and when those points get updated, we'll see how you place out. But congratulations, dude! Fantastic racing. This track was a lot of fun, so I cannot wait for next week. Hopefully, we'll see you then.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, well,
Josh, you already cheated and chose your winner for next week.
Absolutely. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. 2 in a row. He's not going to let me down. I know it.
Oh, I got to see who races next week. I'm going to have to win next week.
We should have kept a scoring going on to see where we were
really
at for everything. That would have been a lot of fun, actually. But yeah, no, we want to have a huge shout out. My brain just kind of brain farted there for a second. Huge shout out to Simbox and all those guys that have been sponsoring the event. NSRA, as always, for allowing us to be part of the series. It's been nothing but fun every single week. There's not a single week that I'm like, oh man, a Wednesday night race. Like, it's just been absolutely fantastic. So Atlanta next week, if you loved this track, you're going to absolutely, I keep saying it, but you're going to love Atlanta. So,
yes.
Again, everyone who stuck around and hung out, thank you for sticking by us. We're halfway through the season. Points are going to get jumbled up. I think Christopher might be pretty close to the top 2 after tonight. So we'll have to take an eye on that and see where he's at. But Thunder Alley did not disappoint.
I didn't even know this track was called Thunder Alley.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you made that up.
No.
I was like, wow, Josh should be making nicknames for these tracks. But yeah, Jeff will probably stay ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
He only really gained 2 positions on Jeff in point standings, which I think equals to 2 or 3 points. Not much to gain on leader. And Jeff, like he said, he has been very consistent in these top 5 finishes so far. So we'll see what they got going into Atlanta. It's hot Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have some hot lap times. I'll tell you that right now.
And I'm going to tell you right now,
race.
The tire fall off on that track is much quicker than you're going to see in Rockingham.
Yeah, because I believe it's Atlanta is all concrete, right?
I
think.
Yep.
Okay, so that concrete just tears those tires apart.
Alrighty, well, that's going to be it here tonight from 10-4 NSRA and Simbox Cantrell's Market over at Rockingham. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you next week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern for the race.
Have a great night, everybody.